Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister inaugurates several development projects in Karnataka, says improving connectivity and creating new airports is the need of the hour. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman calls for addressing global economic challenges in a coordinated manner. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar reaches Cambodia to attend ASEAN-India Summit and East Asia Summit. Assembly elections in Himachal Pradesh to be held tomorrow. And in Asian Boxing Championships, Indian women pugilists bagged 4 gold medals and 1 silver. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has conveyed his clear intentions to transform social infrastructure, improve connectivity and modernize the Indian Railways. He was addressing a public gathering in Bengaluru after flagging off South India's first Vande Bharat Express train today. He also inaugurated the second terminal of Bengaluru International Airport and unveiled 108-foot tall bronze statue of Nath Prabhu Kempegowda in Bengaluru. He stressed that the governments before 2014 considered speed a luxury and scale a risk, which has now changed to speed being considered as an aspiration and scale is considered as a strength. He said in the next 10 years, Vande Bharat trains will signify a new look and identity of the Indian Railways, as part of which railway stations are being modernized and freight corridors developed. He said air connectivity is also seeing transformation. The number of airports in India has gone up from 70 to 140. Saying that connectivity will play a crucial role in India's development, he noted that airports will increase business potential and offer opportunities to the youth. He said improving air connectivity and creating new airports is the need of the hour.
विकसित भारत के निर्माण में हमारे शहरों के बीच कनेक्टिविटी की भी बड़ी भूमिका होगी। देश में एयर कनेक्टिविटी का ज्यादा से ज्यादा विस्तार हो, हमारे एयरपोर्ट्स का विस्तार हो, ये आज समय की मांग है।
The Prime Minister laid emphasis on developing Bengaluru along the vision of Nath Prabhu Kempegowda, who laid the foundation for building Bengaluru city in 1537. He said that the city is enjoying the benefits of the vision and far-sightedness shown by Kempegowda, who ruled in Bengaluru under Vijayanagar Empire. He pointed out that Karnataka and Bengaluru in particular is the startup capital of India. Karnataka, he said, attracted the highest FDI last year and is a manufacturing hub for aircraft and spacecraft. Mr. Modi said that fast-paced development is possible due to the double-engine government of the BJP at the centre and in the state. The Prime Minister says Gandhian values are relevant at all times. Addressing the convocation ceremony of Gandhigram Rural Institute at Dindigul in Tamil Nadu, he said the nation's development depends on the youth. Mr. Modi said India has become self-sufficient in the manufacturing sector. He told the graduating students that Mahatma Gandhi's teachings are relevant in today's world.
You are all graduating at a very important time. Gandhian values are becoming very relevant. Whether it is about ending conflicts or the climate crisis, Mahatma Gandhi's ideas have the answer to many of today's challenges. As students of the Gandhian way of life, you have a great opportunity to make a big impact.
Mr. Modi recalled Mahatma's visit during the inauguration of the Gandhigram Institute. On the occasion, the Prime Minister conferred honorary doctorate on music maestro Ilayaraja and instrumentalist Umayal Puram Sivan. The Prime Minister will visit Hyderabad and Ramagundam in Telangana tomorrow. He will dedicate the RFCL Bharat Urea plant in Ramagundam to the nation and lay foundation stones of highways projects. Mr. Modi will inaugurate a new railway line, Bhadrachalam Road, Satupalli station, completed at a cost of about 1,000 crore rupees. He will also lay the foundation stone of various road projects worth over 2,200 crore rupees. Moving on, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says the Quad and Indo-Pacific Economic Framework have further expanded cooperation between India and the USA. She said India deeply values the relationship with the US as a trusted partner. In opening remarks at the 9th meeting of India-US Economic Financial Partnership in New Delhi today, the minister stressed the need to address global economic challenges in a more coordinated manner. Speaking on the occasion, U.S. Treasury Secretary Dr. Janet Yellen said strong trade, investment and people-to-people ties make bilateral economic and financial relationships a critical element to India-USA partnership. She said USA is eager to discuss its shared priorities as India assumes the G20 presidency. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has exhorted the youth to take inspiration from revolutionary freedom fighters and build a strong and self-reliant new India capable of effectively dealing with all future challenges. He was addressing young researchers at a conclave in Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh today. Maintaining that technology will play a crucial role in every sector in the times to come, he called upon students to focus on in-depth research through conventional sources such as research institutes, libraries, archives, and Internet. Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari announced new projects worth 1.6 lakh crore rupees for the Northeast. Talking to newspersons in Guwahati after reviewing progress of the national highway projects in the Northeast region, he said these projects include roads, ropeways, major bridges across the river Brahmaputra and other water bodies. Mr. Gadkari said multi-modal logistics parks have been also proposed at Udaipur in Tripura and Silchar in Assam. The minister further announced that bus ports will be constructed across the region in line with airports, which would create employment opportunities. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. In Himachal Pradesh, voting will be held tomorrow. A total of 412 candidates, including 24 women, are in the fray for 68 assembly seats. More from a correspondent.
Voting for the 68-member assembly seat in the Hill State will be held from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. A total of 7,884 polling stations have been set up in the state for voting, including 3 auxiliary polling stations, 2 in Kangra and 1 in Solan district. Maximum 1,625 polling stations have been set up in Kangra, whereas minimum 92 in Lahaul Spiti district. Meanwhile, all the polling parties in the state have reached their polling stations, including polling centers located in remote areas. At the same time, 67 companies of Central Armed Police Forces have been deployed in different parts of the state for ensuring free and fair election. Maximum 18 companies have been sent to Kangra, while 1 company of CAPF have been deployed in Kinnaur district. Sanjeev Sundaryal, AIR News, Shimla.
The BJP and the Congress are contesting all 68 assembly seats. The Aam Aadmi Party has fielded candidates in 67 constituencies. CPIM is contesting on 11 seats, BSP 53, CPI on 1 and others on 45. In Gujarat, the first randomization of EVM VVPAT has been completed and the second randomization will be conducted after finalizing the list of candidates. Briefing media in Gandhinagar, the Chief Electoral Officer P. Bharti said no serious complaints of violation of the Model Code of Conduct have been received so far. Ms. Bharti added that senior citizens above 80 years of age, persons with disabilities and COVID-19 patients can vote from home through postal ballots by submitting 12D forms in ensuing elections. She said the Commission has received 25,000 12D forms till date. She said chat bots will be used for the first time in the assembly elections this time. Through this facility, voters can receive information from the Election Commission through automated chat on the WhatsApp number 6357147746. The Jharkhand Assembly passed reservation in vacancies of posts and services in Jharkhand Amendment Bill 2022 today. Now, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, extremely backward classes in Schedule 1 and backward classes in Schedule 2 under OBC category and economically weaker section citizens will be eligible for 77% reservation in state services. Presenting the bill in the special session of the Assembly, Chief Minister Hemant Soren said there is a provision of 77% reservation in government appointments in the state through direct recruitment, while 23% posts will be filled by merit. The Jharkhand Assembly has passed a bill related to State Domicile Policy 1932. The amendment in state domicile policy states that the Register of Land Records of the year 1932 will be considered as a base year for claiming local residential domicile status for citizens of Jharkhand. While introducing the domicile bill, the Chief Minister said that local persons defined under this Act would be entitled to all schemes and policies of the state with respect to social security, social insurance and unemployment. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar reached Cambodia this afternoon to attend the 19th ASEAN-India Summit and the 17th East Asia Summit. He was welcomed by Minister of Post and Telecommunication of Cambodia, Chi Vendeth, and other dignitaries on his arrival in Phnom Penh. This is his maiden international visit after assuming the charge of Vice President. He is accompanied by External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. During his visit, the Vice President will attend the ASEAN-India Commemorative Summit in Phnom Penh tomorrow. This year marks the 30th anniversary of ASEAN-India relations and has been celebrated as the ASEAN-India Friendship Year. The year 2022 has been declared the ASEAN-India Friendship Year as ASEAN and India commemorate 30 years of partnership. A series of events has been planned to celebrate the occasion throughout the year. As part of the program, an Indian media delegation is on a visit to Singapore and Cambodia under the ASEAN-India Media Exchange Program from 8 November to 13 November. On the first leg of the visit, the delegation visited the Singapore-India Chambers of Commerce and Industries, SICCI, and had an exchange of thoughts on topics such as India-Singapore relations with a specific focus on business-friendly policies and expectations of business community in Singapore from India. Climate scientists warned today that harmful carbon dioxide emissions from fossil fuels would rise 1% more this year, nudging up to an all-time high. At the COP27 climate conference at Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, scientists from the Global Carbon Project said that emissions declined in 2020 because of restrictions imposed during the COVID pandemic. However, the trend did not hold and the decline of minus 5.2% in 2020 was quickly erased by a 5.6% increase in 2021. The scientists said global carbon dioxide emissions from fossil fuels have grown 0.6% per year over the last 10 years. In the forex market, the rupee today strengthened 62 paise against the US dollar. The domestic currency closed at 80 rupees 78 paise against the dollar over its previous close of 81 rupees 40 paise. This is the biggest recovery of the rupee in nearly 4 years. Forex traders said that positive domestic equities and sustained foreign fund inflows also supported the rupee. The Sensex and the Nifty today surged around 2%. Both indices climbed amid positive cues from the global share markets. The Sensex closed near 61,800 points, while the Nifty settled above 18,300 level. In the Asian Boxing Championships at Amman in Jordan, Indian women pugilist Parveen Hooda, Lavlina Borgohain, and Sweti Bura and Alfia Khan claimed gold medals. Meenakshi concluded her maiden Asian Championships campaign by clinching a silver medal. In the T20 World Cup cricket, England will clash with Pakistan in the final at Melbourne Cricket Ground on Sunday. Yesterday, England defeated India by 10 wickets in the second semi-final at Adelaide. Chasing a target of 169 runs to win, England achieved the target in 16 overs. Earlier, India scored 168 for 6. Now let us have a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. National capital Delhi is likely to have shallow fog. Mumbai is expected to have mainly clear sky. Kolkata will have partly cloudy sky. Chennai is expected to have generally cloudy sky with heavy rain. Srinagar, Jammu, Muzaffarabad and Gilgit will have mainly clear sky. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister inaugurates several development projects in Karnataka, says improving connectivity and creating new airports is a need of the hour. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman calls for addressing global economic challenges in a coordinated manner. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar reaches Cambodia to attend ASEAN-India Summit and East Asia Summit. Assembly elections in Himachal Pradesh to be held tomorrow. And in Asian Boxing Championships, Indian women pugilists bagged 4 gold medals and 1 silver. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And that is all in the News at 9. Good night.